This week on a brand new episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast.
Kobe basically said James Harden is playing great. Phenomenal.
He is.
But he ain't gonna win no championship playing like that. And I could not wait to get to Strong Arm Sports on Saturday morning and see what the hell Spade had to say about Kobe Bryant.
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind. Underdog.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast, the realest sports podcast in all the land.
True.
Bro, I mean,
I'm
in
here,
all
bro.
the land.
True.
I mean, in all the land. Okay, I'm
True.
just making sure.
True.
Listeners, we are back to wrap up the previous week of sports in dramatic fashion with no BS, no sugarcoating, no biases, only that strong arm truth. This happens to be the first time you guys have caught our show here on YouTube. If you're listening on any of our various podcast channels, I'm one half of the show. I go by the name of K Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy Paris 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade!
Yes, sir.
Spade, you want to talk about a week? You
Yeah.
want to talk about a week? Jesus
I like a good sports
Christ!
week,
Bruh. I mean, first of all, we started the week with the Super Bowl. I mean, we're going to get there. We started there, though. Spade, but the NBA has been going bananas. A lot of
What
things
my
happen,
favorite
some
league
things-
do, bro.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Spade is always NBA is greater than NFL, which isn't true. It's not true. I'm sorry, it's not. But the NBA has been on fire, man. One thing about the NBA, the trade deadline always come through. Well, not always, but sometimes it's speculation is going to be a hot trade deadline, and some years we get it. And this was one of the years where a lot of things happened. Some things didn't happen that we expected to happen. So let's start with the NBA trade deadline recap. And let me tell you something. One thing about our show that I like, we get our fans, they love us, man. Our supporters of this show, they love us, so they tweeting us.
I love them back.
I mean, of course. They like, yo, I can't wait for y'all to talk about XYZ. And they was on my case, bro. Bro, they was on my case. Because they was like, I cannot wait to hear what you have to say about this situation. So if you guys didn't know, the Chicago Bulls made a trade. And no, it wasn't for Anthony Davis. It was not for Anthony Davis. If you guys didn't know, the Bulls made a trade with the Washington Wizards. They sent Bobby Portis and Jabari Parker and a second-round pick. For some reason, every time the Bulls make a trade, they always include a second-round pick. It's like, oh, you want a little bit more? Take this second-round pick. Take that too. And we got Otto Porter in return. Spade.
Yep.
I've been on this show for a long time, bro. Since it started. I've been on the show since it started.
Yes, you have.
And Spade, I've been very critical of Otto Porter. So
Yes,
as soon as the Bulls made this trade for Otto Porter, everybody that watch this show, that support this show, they was tweeting me like, oh my gosh, Otto Porter to the Bulls, because they know I'm a Bulls fan. Spade, before I go, Otto Porter to the Bulls. Spade, what's your thoughts?
Bro, you like Dunn, right?
I love Dunn.
You like Levine, right?
Love Levine, who also was reported to be on the block. Both of those guys was reported on the block. Hashtag fire Garden Packs, please. But go ahead, Spade.
But hold on.
But go ahead.
I know you like BP. I like Bobby Portis too, man. He'll knock the stank off of a player and turn him into a beast.
It's my guy.
But in the East, do we honestly not feel like a healthy Dunn, Levine, and Porter? You don't feel like they can carry? You like the young boy. What's his name?
Laurie.
Wendell Carter, right?
Oh yeah, I like him too.
You don't feel like that's an okay unit in the East? Because I feel like it's an okay unit.
I said last year, I was like, yo, we get a draft pick, we got done, we got to keep these guys healthy though. I felt like we was a playoff team this year with the roster that we had, but of course, injuries happen. You get into
I wasn't healthy.
Yeah, we wasn't healthy. You get into this big slump, and you might as well be. You looking at the standings, and you be like, you know what? We might as well just call this season a wash and get a pick, especially when you can get in the Zion sweepstakes. But I think that lineup was good enough before it got Otto Porter. So, yeah, I think you add Otto Porter, I feel like we can still be a playoff team. I love Lauri Markkanen, by the way, too.
Yes, you do.
I do. The real Chris Kristaps.
I guess what I'm saying is I don't hate it. I know you don't like the contract that came with Otto. I don't hate that trade, bro. I don't hate it.
I mean, Spade, I feel like the Bulls always. First of all, I hate our management from the top to bottom. I hate our coach. I hate our front office, top to bottom. I do. I hate it. I just feel like the Bulls jumped the gun. They said we needed a wing. They said we needed a wing, and they felt like Otto Porter was a serviceable wing in this league, which isn't bad. I just don't like his contract. I don't like his contract. I felt like if you just be a little bit more patient, develop one of these guys, because we ain't got nothing but time now. We're not going to the playoffs. We ain't nothing but time. Be a little bit more patient, develop some of these guys, and let's see what we got before you just go out there and trade Bobby Portis. And I know Bobby Portis is probably going to demand a lot of money. Jabari Parker did not work out. Wasn't working out with the Bulls. So I felt like they had to get him off the Bulls.
2023 second round pick. A second round pick 5 years in the future. Really ain't got no value today.
Yeah, I
don't hate it. Okay. You hate it. I don't hate it.
Okay. I have mixed feelings, bro. I have mixed feelings. I feel like the Bulls front office always jump the gun, man. And that's what I felt. That's why I felt like they did. That's how I felt. But I love Bobby Portis. I'm gonna miss Bobby Portis, man. I felt like Jabari Parker had a 1+1 deal. Like, you had a team option. So if you don't like him, get him out of here. Get him out of here. I don't know.
Yeah.
It don't sit. Go ahead.
That's a deal you didn't like. I'm gonna tell you a move I didn't like.
Go ahead.
I didn't like what the Lakers did. I mean, the Lakers tried everything in their power to get Anthony Davis. They didn't get Anthony Davis simply because the New Orleans Pelicans was being petty. And like I said, they're going to end up losing 80 in the future for a whole lot less than the Lakers offered. I get it. Sometimes you mad and you want to be petty. I get it. But the Pels really screwed themselves over. So enjoy that. We'll talk more about that later. But after striking out with that, I don't know why the Lakers felt like the pressure was on that they had to make some type of move. And the Pairs, they end up moving my boy Zubac. Somebody says it's Zubox. I don't know what it is. I call him Zubac. They moved Zubac.
I love Zubac.
They moved him. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, bro.
Clippers for Muscala because they said they needed some more, like a stretch big, and Muscala can shoot the three, whatever. I feel like Zubac is one of the young bigs that's developing in the league. I feel like he can get better. And he could be a factor in the league, you know, down the line. But I guess LeBron or the Lakers, the people that's running the Lakers, felt like they trying to go for it within the next couple of years, and they can't wait on Zubac. So that's why I feel like. But they also traded for the shoot Reggie Bullock from the Pistons. They traded like I can't say that dude's name, Sacavia, whatever his name is. We've been messing names up on this show, but they traded for Reggie Bullock, another guy that's shooting. And if I'm not mistaken, I read that Reggie Bullock getting traded to the Lakers, he's now their best three-point shooter. That's crazy. He ain't even played a game with him yet, and he's already their best three-point shooter. Which is crazy.
That's tough.
Spade, I want to talk about some bigs being on the move, though.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Raptors trading for Marc Gasol. They sent Valanciunas, C.J. Miles, and DeLone Wright. And a 2024. I mean, goodness gracious, these second round picks are like all the way in the future. A 2024 second round pick to Memphis. But do you think Gasol going to the Raptors kind of catapults them to be the favorite in the East?
Yeah, I'll say that.
You do think?
I think so.
Even with the move that Milwaukee made, I don't want to jump.
That's a good point.
Milwaukee made a trade too.
That's a good point. Milwaukee is continuing to build and get better. And you got a fair point. I always have liked Valanciunas, but Valanciunas only play on one end of the court. He don't play defense. That's always been an issue with him. Down the stretch in the fourth quarter, they were sitting Valanciunas. I don't know. The only thing that concerns me about this is because of Valanciunas only playing on one end of the court, I feel like Toronto was playing a lot with Ibaka, kind of with a small ball lineup with Ibaka at the 5, and it seemed like it was working. Like Ibaka, I don't have the numbers right here in front of me. I'm willing to bet Ibaka was having one of his better seasons as of late this season. And bringing Mark over, it makes me wonder what that does to Serge, because you throw Serge in that 4 spot. I don't know if he's as valuable at the 4 spot as he is at the 5. So, you know, I'm gonna be kind of curious to see how they make this work. But I guess I'm just looking at it, and I feel like getting Marc Gasol, I think he's obvious step above Valanciunas. So, but you're right. Milwaukee has made some moves as well, and they probably are still the favorites.
You worried about Serge. I'm more so worried about Siakam, because Siakam probably should have been damn near an all-star this year. He's been playing phenomenal, man. Like, they was getting blown out the other night. Kawhi sat, and Siakam had like 33 and brought them boys back. Like, you don't want Gasol to stunt Siakam growth. Siakam has been playing, and this kid is a young stud in this league, man. So you don't want that. But I'm not mad at the Marc Gasol move. I understand why. You know, it's the East. It's a lot of It's a lot of bigs in the East, and these guys, you know, you get a Gasol. I mean, they thinking long term. They thinking we might get matched up in the finals against Boogie. I mean, Gasol versus Boogie. We might get matched up against,
I don't think that's what they're thinking.
You said
they worried about Joel Embiid. They worried about Joel Embiid
as well. Embiid as well.
That's who they worried about.
But I feel like Gasol, I mean, he's not what he used to be defensively, but
he's not.
If they can lock Gasol in and be like, yo, if you get us anything close to where you was when you was Defensive Player of the Year or contending to get that award, we're happy. We're happy. So I understand why they make that move. Mentioned the Bucks. Yep. The Bucks traded for Nico. They really didn't give up much. They gave up Jason Smith and Don Maker maybe. Like they really didn't give up much to get Nico. Yeah. We already see what the Pels is about. Like the Pels they just giving up. They giving up and still winning. They give it up and still winning. The same thing with the Bulls. We giving up and we still winning. But Nico to the Bucks. I mean, they add a stretch for Nico. Ever since Bobby Portis hit Nico in the face, Nico been
hooping. Stink off of him.
Yeah, he did. He really did knock the stink off him. But Nico to the Bucks, babe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have to speak on what he brings to his team offensively. We already know Nico's a bit of a defensive liability. At the same time, that's the same thing we say about Brook Lopez, and they was kind of making that work too. So I feel like it's one of those teams where they're such a good defensive unit that you can put offensive threats on the floor that's not necessarily good on the defensive end, and I don't think it hurts the team chemistry as much. And, you know, that's when I look at Milwaukee, I'm going to be honest with you, Lopez, and I don't really like complimenting Milwaukee for obvious reasons, but I always felt like if they just kind of went the LeBron route or the Houston route and just sprinkle a few more shooters around the perimeter, man, who's stopping Giannis on his 4-step Euros to the basket? Like, ain't nobody stopping them 4-step Euros. But if you do want to pack the paint and you got Middleton and you got Mirotic, and it's deadly. It's very deadly.
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, Milwaukee I gotta commend them because they are trying to go get it right now. And that's, you know, saying we got a team right now. They felt like they got their coach with Coach Bud. I mean, what was Atlanta thinking? But seemed like they got their coach with Coach Bud, who looked like he's a legit big-time coach in this league. And, I mean, they trying to go get it. So I commend them. And I think the race in the East, I mean, Philly did something too, Spade. The East is like, yo, these top teams in the East is like, yo, we not playing. We trying to go get it right now. And the Sixers said, okay, watch this. We going to trade for Tobias Harris. So Philly... 76ers acquired Tobias Harris, Boban, Mike Scott from the Clippers for Landry Shamet, Wilson Chandler, who's injured, Mike Muscala, who was later traded to the Lakers, we know. A lottery pick, that's a 2020 first round pick. It's lottery protected, excuse me. 2020 first round pick, a 2021 first round pick, a 2021 second round pick, and a 2023 second round pick. It's a lot going on right there. But nonetheless, the 76ers did get Boban, Mike Scott, and Tobias Harris, man. Spade. These East teams ain't playing. They trying to go. They said, no LeBron, let's eat.
Yeah. So I want to say this. Here's my hot take on the 76ers. First of all, I take my hat off to them. Because they sit in a position where they could easily, I ain't going to say easily, they sit in a position where they could be the team that comes out of the East. And instead of just being complacent with that and saying, I like what we got, they made another move to try, like you said, to try to get it. However, LaParis, I'm concerned about this move. And I was talking about this move to some guys at work, and everybody was saying, this is great. Tobias scores 21 a game. Joel scores 20 a game. You know, they had all these guys score double digits. It's got to be perfect. I said, but here's the thing. Jimmy Butler is a hell of a player. Jimmy Butler kind of over the years became that guy who he makes plays with the ball in his hands. Ben Simmons makes plays with the ball in his hand. Joel Embiid can do a little bit of everything. Tobias Harris makes plays with the ball in his hand. That's not to say that these guys can't do something else. But I was telling the guy at work, he was like, I didn't realize Tobias was shooting so good from three. And don't quote me on the percentage, but he was like, Tobias is shooting like 38, 39% from beyond the arc. This is perfect for Philly. He can sit out there on the corner and be a catch-and-shoot guy. I'm like, but that's not his game. Some people, they got to get in a rhythm. You got to give them the rock. They got to get going. And you know, like, that's why we commend people like Jamal Crawford and Lou Will. Those guys that can come off the bench, unzip the warm-up suit. You can throw them in the corner, give them the ball, and say, go to work. That ain't everybody's game. Some people got to get into their rhythm. They got to get into their flow. And I don't think that Tobias Harris is your catch and shoot. I don't think he's Kyle Korver. I don't think you throw Tobias in the corner, who just came from being the #1 option on his team. He's going to be the number what? 4 option here? He finna go from being the #1 to the #4. We don't know how that's going to affect him. We already have seen Jimmy Butler complaining about the way they're using him. Jimmy Butler has already had a heated exchange with the coach about the way they're using him. And he went from, I don't even know if he was always the #1 in Minnesota. There at the end he was. But at some point, I think he was the #2. So he went from being the #2 option and fell to the #3, almost like, I don't like the way they're using me. They finna take Tobias from a #1 option to a #4 option, and I don't know that it's going to work. I commend the effort. It's a hell of an effort by the Philadelphia 76ers to say, look, we on a win now type of movement. We'll worry about figuring this shit out later. Let's get the players. I commend that. But I don't know how this is gonna work, bro.
You know what? You get this talent and you go get it now, man. You gotta. That's why you got coaching. The coach gotta figure it out. If everybody think these coaches is, because a lot of people, we heard before, people say, oh, we don't think the coach really do much in the NBA. We don't think they really do much. So let's find out, because you done traded for all this talent. You got these guys. This is as good a shot as you ever had. Period. This is the best shot you guys ever had right here. So you might as well go get it. Let's coach them up. Let's get everybody. Let's get the rotations together. You got about, what, 20, 30 games left. Let's get the rotations together. Let's figure it out. Try and make this deep playoff run. I love Tobias Harris. I think that dude is a gamer. And I think Philly can figure it out. Like I said, it's a lot. The teams in the East ain't playing. You got Toronto. You got the Bucks. You got Boston. And you also got the Sixers. And all these teams is trying to get it. Like, these teams are trying to get it. Spade, I want to talk about one more trade. If you want to talk about anything else, we can add it in. But the Harrison Barnes trade, he got traded to the Kings for Zach Randolph. We already know he's going to be waived. And Justin Jackson. But they didn't like how Harrison Barnes was traded. He was like damn near in the game, on the bench. They told him at that time that he was going to be traded. And he was on the bench and his face was looking a little crazy, and it just wasn't a good scene. I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it is the business. You know, you can be traded during a game, unfortunately. Once that message hits, you are officially, like, he couldn't play no more. I think he only played 10 minutes that game. You kind of feel sorry for Harrison Barnes because you don't ever want to be hit with some news that you need time to process in a setting where it's thousands of people around. Like, you know what I'm saying? If something going on with me, if I'm walking around and I got a whole booger in my nose, don't tell me in front of 20,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Pull me to the side. So, I mean, in that respect, you feel sorry for Harrison Barnes, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think Harrison won here. I think he in a better spot. I'm going to be honest with you. I think he landed in a better spot. You you know, I know he got to find out that way, and at the same time, I hate to be that guy, but it's the nature of the biz. You know, I can't, if I don't feel sorry for you when you cashing your $1 million checks, I can't feel sorry for you because you got traded in the middle of a game. You know what I'm saying? They both come with the territory. It was unfortunate, and he did look real jacked up. You know, he had to try to keep it together, but he had a tweet. I don't remember exactly how the tweet went verbatim, but real outstanding guy. Like, I'm thankful to this organization. They took a chance on me. The fans always came out and supported us, and you know, I thank y'all for everything. And on to the next chapter. That's the professional way you handle it, and he handled it like a G.
I agree, bro. I think the situation, if the Kings don't mess this up, the Kings got a nice young core, man, and I felt like Dallas paid Harrison Barnes to be like the #1 dude. Harrison Barnes ain't that guy, and that's fine.
Nope.
He's not that guy, but he's damn good assistant pimp. Like second, third option. Harrison Barnes can be a great player in this league as a second, third option. And you add him with Fox, you add him with Buddy, you add him with Willie Cauley-Stein, you add him with Bagley, another young guy that's going to develop with Harrison Barnes, and the Kings can have a nice looking squad in a few years. I mean, they already playing well this year. So you look at the Kings, they got enough arrow. So if I'm Harrison Barnes, how it was done, I wouldn't appreciate. But I think you in a way better situation, way better. So I think once he get in Sacramento, you're gonna say like, you know what, this isn't that bad, and he gonna be Gucci.
Yeah, it's one other thing I want to talk about. First, do you know that this is Tobias Harris's 15?
That's crazy. And he only like 25 or something, right? He's
like 26 years old, man. And this is his 5th team. So that's crazy. Of course, the only reason why the Clippers wanted to move him is because he's on an expiring and it's going to cost to re-up. And the Clips are trying to get under. They're trying to get, you know, as low as they can get, because it's a lot of talks that they are also a desired landing spot for a few players as well. So I get it. I kind of want to talk about my squad, though. Let's talk about the Miami Heat, who moved Tyler Johnson for Ryan Anderson. I didn't initially understand this move, and I was like, I don't know why we did that. But I follow the guy on Twitter. I'm going to shout him out. His name is Albert Namad. I'm probably jacking that up. My bad if I'm saying your name wrong, but his bio say he's an NBA salary cap enthusiast, and you could just follow him for a little while and you could tell this is what he do. So he helped me to understand what the Heat were doing. Because I was like, wait a minute, Tyler Johnson got a max. You look at Ryan Anderson, his contract, they damn near tit for tat. They canceled out. But they also was able to send over Wayne Ellington, who is expected to be bought out if he hasn't been bought out already. Houston Rockets, listen, Wayne Ellington is somebody Houston need to be going to pick up. Like, that dude's a sniper. But by sending both of those contracts,
there's reports that the Rockets are going to get Wes Matthews, who was bought out. So,
yeah, they need Wes Matthews and Wayne Ellington. They need both of them. For some odd reason, they picked up Iman Shumpert. Maybe they need, you know, somebody who can be a little scrappy defender or whatever. But anyway, so he helped me understand what was going on there. Basically, the whole point of this trade was to help Miami try to get under the cap, right? So for those of you that don't know, I'm going to explain something quick to you. In the NBA, man, we got the salary cap. You can go all over that cap. You can wild out. But at one of the big meetings about how this money is going to work, somebody came up with the genius idea that if you want to pile your team with talent, if you want to stockpile your team with talent and go over the cap, all your money over the cap is divided amongst all the other owners that's under the cap. All right? So now it becomes a game. Hey, you can stay over the cap every year, but you basically going to pay me because you over the cap. So peep game. Here's Miami's move to get under the cap. Our contract situation is crazy. We got too many players on the team that's making way too much money for the production they're getting out. So now Miami is currently 1.2 below the tax line. Kelly Olynyk has $1.4 million in bonuses if two things happen. One, if he plays 1,700 minutes, which I think somebody said that broke down to be like 22 minutes a game, and he's only getting like 16 minutes a game. So Kelly, you ain't getting that million. All right? Now the other $400,000 is if the Miami Heat make the playoffs. If we make the playoffs, Olynyk makes $400K. Last time I checked, Miami was currently in that 8th seed spot. Miami, I love y'all. I'm not accusing y'all of anything, but if Miami missed the playoffs this year, what a coinky-dink would it be Kelly Olynyk will be out of $1.4 million in bonuses if we miss the playoffs and he play under 1,700 minutes. And the last piece of the puzzle is Miami is currently have a 13-man roster, and I think you have to have a 14-man roster. So they got to pick someone up. Furthermore, reason why I don't think Olynyk's going to hit his minute mark, and I don't expect Miami to make the playoffs. And I would not have understood all that stuff if it wasn't for you, Albert. Great info, man. Follow this dude on Twitter if you want to understand more about salary caps and how all that stuff works. I found this stuff very intriguing. Okay. Very.
I mean, I spent a little bit too much time on Miami, but okay, I get it. I also,
I just want folks to know, because people was hitting me up like, what the hell is Miami doing? Y'all traded Tyler Johnson for Ryan Anderson? Y'all ain't get nowhere. And I was like, damn, what are we doing? And then I was like, oh, I see what we doing now. We getting under the cap. So, yeah, we're just trying to clear a little bit of cap.
I also want to mention in passing, we don't got to spend a lot of time here, that Rodney Hood got traded to Portland for Nick Stauskas and Wade Baldwin and some more second-round picks that's going to be, like, in hella future years. And I think Rodney Hood helps the Trailblazers out, but don't nobody see the Trailblazers making any noise in the West, right? I mean, they're gonna make the playoffs, but we don't see them like competing with the Warriors to take out the Warriors. So, I mean, I like the move for the Blazers. I get it. You don't want to add anything to that, Spade? No?
What? Nah.
Okay.
Forget the Blazers, bro. We'll spend a little bit too much time on the Blazers. I want to talk about the Heat. So for this next one, let's go out to New Orleans. And of course, New Orleans, they were the talk of the town for the entire week because everybody thought Anthony Davis was possibly going to get gone somewhere. LA, Boston, somewhere. Not only did he not leave, but things aren't really the same there in New Orleans. The team's a little upset with him, and they threatened to not play Anthony Davis anymore for the rest of the entire season. Which, I mean, I guess we're halfway through the season now. But the idea is, LaParis, you and I, we kind of get AD a hard time for getting injured here and there. Never really anything big or egregious, but it'll be a little knick-knack injury here or there that seems to keep him out. Or he'll start a game and not finish. And the last thing the Pels want is for this guy to get injured when he's already saying he's not going to resign. They want to get as much as they can get for him, which has been obvious in the negotiations, if you want to call it that. More like a shakedown. There wasn't no damn negotiation. It was a shakedown they tried to have with the Lakers. So the NBA caught wind of this and said, wait a minute. Not playing Anthony Davis for the rest of the year? No, we're not doing that. So the league come out and said, we will fine you guys $100,000 for every game Anthony Davis don't play if he's healthy. And the Pels said, bet. So they played him. He got booed by the fans. He played for 3 quarters. He had something like 32 points at the end of 3. And in a close game, the Pels benched AD for the entire 4th quarter. LaParis, speak on.
Come on, man. This is just terrible, man. This is just terrible. Spade. First of all, the fans didn't know yet. Y'all already been through enough. Anthony Davis been trying to backpack you guys to the playoffs for dumb long. I mean, how they want him to stay there forever and lose? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what? Anthony Davis, he messed up because he shouldn't have signed this last deal that he took. He shouldn't have signed that joint. And I know, Spade, I know what you want to say, Spade. Well, he ain't have to sign it. Yeah, but that money be too good. Young player, get all this bread. But yeah, listen. Anthony Davis had been a model citizen for New Orleans, man, and the way that the fans treated him was terrible. The way that the organization treated him by not playing him in the 4th quarter, they benched. Like, I'd rather you just not play me. But like you said, the NBA came out and said, yo, we're not going to play you in the 4th. I mean, and the crazy thing is he went out there, was a professional, and still hooped. He still hooped. Spade, I don't like it, man. It didn't sit well with me, man. Listen. I feel like the coach is bad over there. I feel like the ownership is bad. I know Jeff. Is it Jeff Van Gundy? Or it's Jeff Van Gundy, right?
Yeah, Jeff was pissed.
Jeff had a lot of choice words to say. He was definitely caping for the Pelicans, but I don't like that they benched him in the 4th quarter. And they still won. They benched him. I guess they benched him because they didn't want to win. But they benched them and they still won the game playing against the Timberwolves.
Now, I ain't going to say they didn't want to win. They just proved that they don't care as much about winning as they do about getting back.
Yeah, they was being petty, man. They was definitely being petty. But go ahead, Spade. I want to know how you felt because it didn't sit well with me at all.
I think that the biggest thing about it, I wasn't that upset with the fans, bro.
No?
Fans, no, I wasn't. Fans are supposed to cheer or boo. As long as they not calling anybody any disrespectful names or throwing anything on the court, they are within their right to cheer or boo.
They still went out there and gave him a good day's work, bruh.
He did. He did. They weren't booing him. They're booing the fact that he no longer wants to be there. They upset. They mad. I'm cool with that. But as an organization, a business at that, you running a team, look, man, you got to provide entertainment for them guys in the seats. That's your job. You know what I'm saying? And if that guy say he want out, he want out. Maybe he didn't go about it the best way. Maybe he tried to shake y'all down. Then y'all turned around and tried to shake down the Lakers. I expect more from the New Orleans Pelicans. I expect more from that team to say, oh, well, first we tried to, we walked in with the pistols on the Lakers and said, nah, you trying to give us your whole team and 2 first-round picks? Nah, that ain't good enough. We want your whole team and 4 first-round picks. Like, what? For a guy that already said he gonna leave anyway.
The crazy thing
is, get y'all ass out of here.
The crazy thing, Spade, I read that they was asking for 6 to 8 first-round picks and like 5 players. Like, God.
They just wilding. It was one of those situations where even if Magic had to say it, okay, they would have moved the goalpost some more. They mad. And you have to be careful when you get so angry that you stop using logic. And that's what I feel like the Pels are doing. I feel like they didn't use logic on the trade.
I agree.
And I feel like they not using logic by saying, well, we just won't play Anthony Davis for the rest of the year. The one good thing that came out of it down the stretch, man, that boy Randall was balling. He was balling.
Man.
And I watched the last part of that game, and look, Randall was going at Cat like, I don't give a damn who you are, and I don't care who think you nicer than me. You're going to have to prove it today. And I guess that was the silver lining, man. We was able to see, other guys on that team step up. Drew had a pretty good game, and down the stretch, Randall took over. And another thing about AD, even on the bench, watching that team fight in a close game, that man was cheering his teammates on. Let's back up, LaParis. He told the media that when he decided he wanted out, he spoke with his teammates about it. So, like, after that game, they interviewed AD, flashed the mic in his face and say, what type of conversations have you had with your teammates after coming back? And he said, no conversation. There's no conversation to be had because I spoke with my teammates. But when I make the decision, I spoke with my teammates. That's how you do it. The team, he already went to the team and was like, look, guys, I want out. It's nothing against y'all. I got better opportunities in other places. I got to look out for me. I want out. And the team seemed like they understand. And he actually said, with that, they can do with how they see how they see fit. Some people was okay with it. I imagine some guys on the team was pissed off, but what can you do? You know what I'm saying? You can't run your life and his. So Anthony Davis going to end up being a Laker. I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe this summer, whatever. He going to end up being a Laker, man.
I got to ask you, man, because a lot of people was tweeting me, you, the Strong Arm Sports Twitter account, and they was asking us, what do we think the Pelicans should have done? And listen, and we kind of spoke on a little bit on this show, but it was a slew of other trades coming out. And I heard Jeff Van Gundy.
Good ass offers.
Yeah. And I heard Jeff Van Gundy last night saying that, it was reports that people actually thought like the Pelicans, I think his name is Demps. They GM Demps was trying to like sabotage the trade because like the trades was getting leaked. They were getting leaked. And they was like, well, why, who else would leak it aside from the Pelicans GM? I actually think that the Pelicans got offered some good ass deals that they should have probably took. But I want to get your opinion on that because people was asking us like, yo, should they have took this trade? Should they have taken that trade? Should they have taken any of these trades? So that's what I'm asking you. Did you see any trade out there that you like, or you think they should have just not took anything for AD?
Man, I think Magic offered a few trades that would have perked my ears up, and it'd be different if. Maybe they don't give you the perfect trade you want, but they be a couple pieces off, and you get on the phone, you try to hash it out. Like, look, man, we don't want Rondo back. We had Rondo, that thing didn't really work too good. We don't want Rondo back. I'm liking what you got here. They just showed a complete unwillingness to even. They wasn't trying to make it work. It was some damn good deals out there, and I said on Twitter, LaParis, I'm willing to bet when it's all said and done, and AD is no longer a member of the New Orleans Pelicans, it'll be for way less. I didn't say way, but it's gonna be for less than the Lakers' stronger offer. The strongest offer the Lakers made, they're gonna end up losing AD for a smaller offer. I bet you, dog.
I think
they're gonna end up moving him for much less.
I seen one of the first trades that I seen was Ball, Kuzma, Ingram, Zubac, and like 2 first-round picks, and I was like, I'd have did that. But then after the Pels was like, nah, you would have took that deal, Spade?
I'd have jumped on that shit.
They came back, Spade. They came back and said Ball, Ingram, Kuzma. It wasn't Zubac. It was Hart and Caldwell Pope and 3 first-round picks. I would have did that. Even if you hate Caldwell Pope, I would have did that because you get Ball, Hart, Ingram, and Kuzma. I would have did it. You could have.
And, bro, they even offered to take. They offered some salary cap.
Oh, yeah, they said we'll take Solomon Hill back.
Yeah.
Spade.
Yeah, man.
I just want to say this, too, man. Maybe the Pelicans was a little hesitant to take these deals because it's been reports that LeVar been quiet and the whole world was asking, where's LeVar? Now LeVar talking again, and now everybody got a problem with what LeVar's saying. If ain't nobody listening, you can't talk. Like, they putting these cameras and microphones back in LeVar's face, and you already know what you about to get from LeVar. But, it's been some reports that, Lonzo Ball don't want to go to the Pelicans. So, do you think that had anything to do with what, the Pelicans being hesitant to take any deal involving him?
Nope. Nothing to do with it whatsoever.
Me neither,
the only thing that had to do with it was the fact that it was the Lakers.
Me neither, bro. I don't know what the Pelicans was doing, man. I don't think that had anything to do with it, because even if Lonzo didn't want to be there, you still get him and you use him as bait too. If you ever, if somebody, and I mean, like he's still on his rookie deal, and I think it'd be a team like that 5th year, that 4th and 5th year, or either 3rd and 4th year, however the rookie contracts work. That shit be team options. So what are you gonna do? Not play? Mm-hmm. Like, that shit is a team option. Come on, man.
Yep.
I don't know what the Pelicans was thinking. I actually think the Pelicans goofed this situation up.
Bro.
They goofed it up.
They did. I got some bad news, and then we can move forward, man. My boy Michael Beasley got waived. Like, the Clippers acquired him, and they waived him like the next day, man.
I don't know, man. I think he's a
B's my dude.
He's a bucket, bro. But I don't know if he'll land on his feet, man. I don't know.
I don't either. I hope you do.
He might.
I hope you do, Bees.
Hey, people think like because you go overseas,
that means you went go to China and drop their ass off again.
Say it again.
Bees said he'll go to China and get them boys buckets again. Man, it don't matter. He's gonna get buckets.
People think if you go overseas, that means you trash. That's not the case, man. Like, go overseas, you can make great money over there and be a living legend.
Get that check.
Hey, they'll love you over there.
Yeah, man.
So, I don't know if he'll land on his feet. Do I think he should be in the NBA? Absolutely. Do I think he can help some teams? Absolutely. But for whatever reason, Beasley is one of those guys that can't seem to stick somewhere, man. And it sucks because I think he's definitely a bucket.
I agree. And before somebody hit our comment section or reply via email or tweet to one of the audio podcasts and say Beasley don't deserve to be in the league, or Beasley, before you say that, let me hit you with this next thing. The Memphis Grizzlies and Chandler Parsons have repaired their broken relationship. Chandler Parsons to rejoin Grizzlies after All-Star break. That's all I got to say. Bro. That's all I got to say.
Hey, Spade, you want to know?
That's all I got to say.
Spade. Hey, Spade, we commend Darrell Reeves for pimping the shit out the league, the NFL. At least Darrell Reeves was a stud, but he pimped the shit out the league. Ain't nobody pimp an association, a league, or nothing more than Chandler Parsons. Like, Chandler Parsons that made a ton of money and hasn't played in years. I mean, it's I don't know, boy.
He was averaging 6 points and 1 rebound.
How many minutes he playing, bro?
Huh?
How many minutes?
15. 15 minutes. Look, he only played in 3 appearances this season, they say. Now, he's 30 years old. He signed a $94 million contract in 2016.
Highway robbery.
And he has expressed frustration with his role, and he spent time away from the team.
The nerve of this guy. The nerve. You ready to move on, bro?
Absolutely. I was going to say, I don't even want to talk.
Yeah, let's move on. Spade, I want to talk about the NBA All-Star Draft. They had it live this year. It took a little bit of slack last year because it wasn't live. We didn't get to see the guys, if they even picked anybody, or did the NBA just say, hey, these are teams. So we didn't know. But now they had it live on TNT with, Chuck, Ernie, and Kenny, and Shaq, all them guys. Yep. And, Greek Freak got a pretty good personality. We already know about LeBron James. Those were the two guys picking against each other. And they made their pick, Spade. Something crazy happened.
Yep.
It was a trade for the All-Star rosters. The All-Star fantasy roster, they made a trade. So they went full fantasy league and bust the trade. Yeah, and LeBron traded Westbrook to Greek Freak team for Ben Simmons.
Yep.
And now Russell Westbrook and Joel Embiid are on the same teams, babe.
Yeah.
Thoughts about the NBA All-Star Draft?
First of all, I thought it was dope, the pass. I hate to admit it, I thought it was kind of dope. Did you?
And I'm shocked because you old man Spade, I thought you was going to say it's supposed to be East versus West. Go ahead.
Nah, I thought it was kind of dope. So LeBron comes out with the first pick of the draft. He takes Kevin Durant. Giannis comes back with Steph Curry. So Brian said, okay, you got a point guard. I got to get one. He comes back and scoops up his boy Kyrie. And everything was going good. It got to the point where Giannis said, Ben Simmons, with whatever pick, I take Ben Simmons. And Brian said, shit. So I guess Brian had already planned on getting Ben Simmons. They finish the draft. They get to the end where it's the two participation awards, for Dirk and Dwayne Wade. And Brian says, everybody know where I'm going. Give me Dirk. Nah, I'm just playing. Give me my friend. Give me my boy Dwayne Wade. And after the draft, he ended up taking, he proposed to trade for Russell Westbrook, to which Giannis said, I'll do it. Giannis was just like, whatever, I'll do it. But it was dope, man. The thing that's funny, everybody keeps saying, oh no, now Westbrook and Joel Embiid are teammates, and we got to watch that. It's going to be fireworks. No, I think Brian moved Westbrook because Westbrook and Joel Embiid don't hate each other as much as Westbrook still hate Kevin Durant. You got to get his ass away from Kevin Durant. That's what you got to do. He probably can't beat up Joel Embiid. He might put them paws on KD. You got to get him out the locker room. But it was really dope, man. They even had a moment where Brian drafted Anthony Davis and Giannis said, isn't that tampering? And Brian said, there are no tampering rules during All-Star Weekend. And everybody joked that Brian took a lot of people who are going to be free agents this year. Took a lot of people. He took Kevin Durant, Kyrie, Kawhi Leonard. He took Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis. Like, if you were a free agent coming into this year, Brian for to have a hell of a pitch. And I also got Team Brian for the win in this game, too, bro. I know it's a little early, but I'm just saying.
We was going to pick that
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. Bro, we was going to pick that.
I was moved.
Okay. Too late now. But anyway, Spade,
that's all right. And we still can have it as a pick'em game. You know who I'm taking. What's up? I'm going wherever James Harden going. You knew that.
Oh, Lord. Listen,
you knew that.
There was also another little funny moment in there when Charles Barkley said, another trade that should have been proposed was trade everybody on your bench for AD. Like, it was a couple little funny moments in there. I don't have a problem with it. I was seeing people saying, oh, the draft was kind of weird and this. I liked it. I like it too. It's the world is a fantasy league. Like, everybody play fantasy. Everybody, I like it. And I hope they stick to the format. Do you remember when
the NFL tried this shit in the past?
Oh yeah, but that was a fail though. Yeah, but that was a fail though because football is a little different. I don't even want to strong arm this topic again. I'm just going to mention it real quick. They got to get rid of the Pro Bowl, bro. They got to get rid of the Pro Bowl. Every time,
it's terrible.
It's getting worse, and it's getting worse. They raised the money and it's still getting worse. These dudes don't want to go to the Pro Bowl. They don't want to play in the Pro Bowl. They half-ass two-hand touch. How do you half-ass two-hand touch? Like, nobody is really going to the ground. Get rid of the Pro Bowl. Spade, we can move on.
The hardest hit was Jamal Adams hitting the damn mascot. That was the hardest hit of the Pro Bowl.
Word.
But let's move forward, sir. I just got through talking about the first pick of the All-Star draft, Kevin Durant. And also this week, Kevin Durant had enough for the media. All right. After a game, he was being interviewed by the media. That kind of happens a lot, you know. And the media was saying, you know, you haven't been talking to us much. You know, is it because your name keeps being tied up in rumors about New York? He says, look, man, I don't know nothing about the Knicks and what they got going on. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I haven't been talking to you guys these last couple of weeks because I don't want to talk to you. Who are you that I got to talk to you? I ain't got to talk to you. And, you know, I don't want to say nothing because every time I do talk, y'all twist my words and make it be something else. And, you know, I just want to come out and do my job and play basketball. I just want to play the game of basketball. And, I don't know, depending on where you're sitting, a lot of people took that rant to mean a few things. A lot of folks felt like Durant's unfairly attacking the media. Some folks felt like the media do be crossing the line sometimes. So, LaParis, I'm going to ask you, where you sit on that rant that Kevin Durant had?
Let me start off by saying, yes. Sometimes the media do cross the line, Spade. But this wasn't one of those situations. They was asking him legitimate questions about, hey, you know, what's going to happen this offseason, man? So it's been and the crazy thing, just weeks prior, KD was on like some podcast, or he got a podcast or something, and he was just talking about this shit. So they asked him legitimate questions, and he gets like, KD, I don't know, man. Everything seems to bother this guy now. Everything bothers this guy now. And I felt like the media was asking him legitimate questions. He said, I just want to come to the gym, play basketball, and go home. I'm sorry, KD. You're a superstar in the NBA. That shit is not it, bruh. But you also want to, and that's not true, because you also want to do these commercials. You want all this other shit. So it's not true. It's kind of like the Remember, like it's kind of like the paparazzi with Kanye, Kanye West, babe. You know, Kanye West don't want to be bothered with the paparazzi at all. Like they all TMZ just be snapping pictures and nigga, you don't know he ran into the stop sign or something, whatever. He ran into one of them signs, and he just fed up with the paparazzi. Spade, is it right? No, but that junk comes with the territory. KD know he gotta sit and talk to the media. That's what comes with being an NBA, not just superstar, but player. Not to mention, they don't want to talk to McKinney on Golden State. They don't want to talk to Jordan Bell. They want to talk to the superstars. They want to talk to Steph. They want to talk to KD. They want to talk to Boogie. They want to talk to Draymond. You might not say Draymond is a superstar, but Draymond gonna give you a good soundbite. They want to talk to him. They want to talk to Clay. KD, you know what comes with the territory. So all that, I just want to play basketball. I just want to play basketball, come to the gym, play basketball, and go home. What do KD think will happen if he goes to LA or New York or one of these bigger markets? Because Golden State play in Oakland or San Francisco? Where they play?
They play in Oakland right now. It's gonna be San Fran.
What do you think will happen in the Los Angeles media or the New York media? Come on, man. They'll crucify KD. Seriously.
Yeah, man. You know, I don't know how I feel about...
Bruh. He's annoying.
I honestly don't feel like he was going crazy in this rant. Like when I heard the rant, I was
it's not
like,
necessarily about the going crazy part, Spade. It's about the I don't want to talk to you guys. You guys twist my words. KD, you twist people's words. You twist your own words with ghost accounts. Like, instead of you just tweeting that shit from your own account, you made a fake account and tweeted that shit. Like, come on, bruh. Come on.
I'm torn on it because in one respect, it's like, just like you just want to do your job, KD, and go play basketball. They just want to do their job.
Word.
And their job is to ask you questions, and sometimes tough questions. Sometimes questions is going to make you uncomfortable. You think they going to have a job if they only ask you the shit you want to be asked? You think they going to have a job if they say, so, KD, you had a good game tonight. How'd that feel? Okay, well, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, they'll be out of a job. They got bills to pay too, Kevin.
Come on, man.
They just want to do their damn job. And the only reason why, like, I'm torn on it, because I don't feel like that's always KD. I will admit, KD been more snappy as of late, and I think that's his idea. I think it's in his mind. That's his way of I'm taking control of. I'm taking control of my narrative. Like I'm gonna be the bad guy, or whatever, and that's cool. So I've heard people be more disrespectful to the media. Yeah, LaParis, you and I both have talked about this, but I feel like Bill Belichick and Greg Popovich, they can be some of the most disrespectful dudes. They shit on the media every chance they get, and they continually be uplifted. Oh, Pop. People be like, I'm so scared to talk to Pop. For what? For what? Pop just a man like you a man. Pop ain't finna whoop nobody ass. You got a job. Ask them damn questions. The same way y'all can go at Kevin Durant and Cam Newton and DeMarcus Cousins and be like, we're just doing our job. Do that same shit with Pop and do that same shit with Bill Belichick when they being assholes to y'all too. So on one side, I look at it like, okay, maybe KD just had a bad day, and it happens. You know, everybody ain't in the mood for anything every day. You know what I'm saying? Even shit that you got to deal with. Huh?
What they was asking KD, was it unfair?
Not at all.
And if you don't, Spade, come on, these guys got these dudes got people behind them that give them these little cliche ass answers for everything. If you don't like the question, answer with one. What about the impending free agency coming up? You know, I'm just focused on this season. We're trying to compete for a championship and move on, bruh. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's a bunch of little cliche ass responses.
Those guys trying to do their job, man.
Go ahead, Spade. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say that my takeaway. I look at people. I look at members of the media, men and women of the media, and this is going to be a reach. This a stretch. This a Bally's yoga stretch, but stick with me. I look at men and women of the media, and I look at like door-to-door sales. Them shits ain't easy jobs, bro. Somebody got to come to your house and bother you in the comfort of your own home to try to sell you some shit that you probably don't want. I'm sure they get yelled at, they get fussed at, they get cussed at, and they just trying to do their job. And I look at the media the same way. Sometimes they gonna ask, look, man, I saw Golden State lose a game that they was up big on to James Harden and the Rockets, and my girl Roz hit Steph with a two-piece to the gut and said, I hear y'all a lot of times y'all talk about, you know, mental fortitude. Where was the mental fortitude today? Like what? And I was like, ooh, like she on his head. But that's what people want to read. We don't want to read these cupcake questions. And, you know, it's a tough moment, man. You know, KD, calm down a little bit. And, you know, the media can get out of hand. But I agree with LaParis. In this one, nobody was out of hand at all. They was just doing their job.
And like I said,
they just want to do their job.
A bunch of these cliche-ass answers you can give about your impending free agency, man. They asked LeBron. Yeah. That's one thing. Listen, man. That's one thing I give.
He don't want to lie.
Say it again, Spade.
But he hardcore now. You know, some people see that as being fake. I could give you this cliche answer, but I'm not fake. I'm hard.
I'd rather you do that than just be like, I don't want to talk to y'all. Especially when I can see if they was asking him something about his. I mean, we done seen the media ask some crazy ass questions. I can see if they was asking him something about his love life or something going on outside the court or about some federal case or something pending. Like, they just asking him about some basketball shit. Like, this is basketball shit. And I hate it because they act like they don't know what comes with being a superstar. Spade. All that. I just want to have. You said what?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, they act like they don't know what comes with being a superstar. You're not going to have a regular life, bro. You're not going to be able to go to the movies and some little kids ain't going to be able to come up to you and be like, can I have your autographs or can I... That when you become a superstar or a person of that status, and not just sports, actor, actress, some politicians, like people are going to see you. They're going to recognize you. TMZ going to be up your ass. That shit becomes your life. And listen, I'm going to be the first to say that shit probably sucks. But it comes with the deal because you like all the other perks. You like all the free shit. You like the money. You like the commercials. You like being in movies. Cause come on. It's the gift and the curse. It's the gift and the curse. So you can't say, I don't like this, but I want the other. You can't have all the other stuff without having that part. Come on, man. It killed me like, oh my gosh, I just want to be left alone. I just want to come to the gym and play basketball. That's not what you signed up for, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Nick Saban, you an asshole too. Don't get left off. Greg Popovich, Bill Belichick, and Nick Saban. Y'all some assholes. Y'all need to tighten up.
And you know what? If I was a reporter, bro, the first time they be an asshole to me, I see, okay, it's open season. It's open season.
But they don't have that kind of power because, like, if the members of the media, if they buck and just go OD, man, they might lose their credentials to be in that area. Maybe you can't come in the locker room, though. You know what I'm saying? It's a real shady game, man. So I don't like when I see people that just bully these guys, and that's your Greg Popovich's, your Bill Belichick's, and your Greg and your Nick Sabans, them guys. But yeah, man, we can move forward.
I don't like KD done came a long way, Spade, from crying at the podium telling his mom he was the real MVP. This dude was a household lovable guy. Like, people loved KD. Now I see people tweeting like, yo, I cannot stand this guy anymore, man. He got a problem with everything. A little 11-year-old will tweet KD and he will respond and be like, yo, poor ass. Like, this dude is a kid. Like, he got a problem with everything now, man. Everything. I don't like it, man. What happened to this guy? And like I said, I would never take nothing. He's a phenomenal basketball player. This dude is amazing. It's amazing. But I don't know what happened to him as a person. Like, what the hell happened? Everything bothers him now. And if he got a problem, this is my last point, Spade. If he got a problem with Oakland media, what? New York would chew him up and spit him out. Seriously. The New York media or LA media, so please, man, they'll crucify that guy.
Yeah, I already told you that.
Spade, you ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna take it to your guy, and I know you're like, wait, this ain't my guy. Kobe Bryant had some choice words about Spade, homie. Spade, favorite player in the league, James Harden. He said, man, James Harden is, Kobe basically said James Harden is playing great, phenomenal.
He is.
But he ain't gonna win no championship playing like that. And I could not wait to get to Strong Arm Sports on Saturday morning and see what the hell Spade had to say about Kobe Bryant. The great Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, thoughts on Harden, Spade, go.
I mean, first of all, kudos to James Harden for handling that question like an OG, because the media came to him trying to get that sound bite. Was like, Kobe said, you ain't going to win no championship playing like that. And he was like, he's probably right. But, injuries to my teammates forced me to play this way.
I wish you didn't even hear James Harden's response. I wish you would have just heard what Kobe said before you heard what James Harden said.
I do my research, bro. I do my research. Okay?
Clearly. Go ahead.
But I will say, I heard Kobe say this, because this was with him and T-Mac sitting there together. And I don't think he meant it.
And you love yourself some Rachel Nichols. Wasn't it Rachel Nichols?
It was.
Yeah, you love her. But go ahead.
Yeah, I do like Rachel. Hey, Rachel. But anyway, I don't feel like it was a diss. I don't feel like Kobe was trying to diss at all. But I knew once these Kobe stans got a piece of it, they were going to try their best to make it like, oh, Kobe threw shots. But I like James Harden reply. He said, injuries to teammates forced me to play this way. But the second part I really like. He said, but I'm locked in. And when I'm locked in, can't nobody stop me. Oh, I like that. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something, James. A lot of times people project their failures onto you. Kobe couldn't win a ring like that. Kobe can't tell you what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Kobe went out there torching the league night in, night out, like you doing, James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kobe went off. He went off on Jalen Rose and Toronto. Gave them boys a whole lot of buckets. But night in and night out,
James. When people say that. All 81 was not scored on Rose. Go.
I said Jalen Rose and Toronto.
Oh, okay. But, I mean, people just always mention Jalen Rose.
And all the reason why they give Jalen hell, because Jalen obviously is thin-skinned about it. When people find out some shit bothers you, they going to, you know how that go. But back to James. James, look, man, don't let Kobe project his failures onto you. Kobe couldn't win playing isolation ball. You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
that ain't got nothing to do with you.
Your
name ain't Kobe Bean Bryant.
Like
your name James Harden. And you can do whatever you want to do. Put your mind to it, James. You remember what I told you in Vegas? You remember what I told you? You can do this shit, bro. Hey, Kobe, we appreciate your opinion. Next time we want your opinion, we'll call you and ask for it. We ain't ask for your opinion, Kobe. All right? We ain't ask for that. Go ahead.
I think people made I think people made it a way bigger deal than what it was.
Yep.
I mean, anytime Kobe say anything, it's bro. Anything with Kobe, and it's probably escalated times 1,000 because it's something dealing with Kobe. I remember they was like, "Oh my gosh, Tatum is working with Kobe. GG to the league." I'm like, relax, relax.
It's tripping me out,
Bro, do you remember like they was posting clips of Tatum like doing the turnaround fadeaway with Kobe's, and it was like it was like the same thing, and they was like, "Oh my gosh, look at this! It's carbon copies, GG to the league." And I'm like, "Yo, relax." And I like Tatum, and like I'm not a Kobe fan, but I'd be an asshole to say Kobe not a phenomenal basketball player. But they're like, "Oh my gosh, Tatum is working out with him. The league, he's about to destroy the league. He's about to destroy the league." And I'm like, "Relax. We seen centers. Hakeem Thabit used to work out with Akeem Olajuwon. What did he do? Okay, just relax.
Who that?
Yeah, just relax." But I mean, I think people definitely put 100 on 10 with Kobe comments. They was like, "Oh my gosh, he's throwing hella shade at Harden." And I was like, "No, it makes sense." Like, when James Harden is having a great season, but it's a team sport. You definitely need other guys to do other things. And let's not Chris Paul. And Spade, you know how I feel about Chris Paul. But come on. Like, the dude needs some damn help. When the hell are you going to show up?
So long. Yeah, man.
Like, when the hell are you going to show up? So I understand what Kobe was saying. I think people put 100 on 10. They took the comments and blew them all the way out of proportion. But I think it was much to do about nothing. And I like the way Harden handled it as well. And bottom, Spade, it was kind of the same thing when he had Stacks on the show like last playoffs, and he was going hard on Westbrook, and I'm like, man, Paul George is out here 2 of 30. What you want Westbrook to do? Just sit back and let Paul keep jacking? Nah, it's time to take over. So when James Harden sees Jell, and I love Jell Green, that's my guy. But when he sees Jell Green and PJ Tucker and EG and and Chris Paul is out and looking around there, and Austin Rivers and these dudes is jacking, and James Harden got 30, and as a team, the rest of these guys got 6. Yeah, James Harden, it's time to take over. Do what you do. So
yeah, man. And I kind of want to, Paris. Let me jump back to the previous thing about Kevin Durant. I listen. I'm not gonna stay on this long, but this is what I think you meant, and I'm gonna speak for you on this. If you see the interview, and I got the link, I tell you what, I might drop the link. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in our description or not, but if you can see the way the reporter came at James Harden, they was definitely, look, man, Shawty didn't say it like Kobe said it. Clearly trying to twist it just to get a reaction out of James. Trying to get a reaction out of James. And here's another reason why James Harden is my favorite player. He's my favorite player from what he do on the court, but because I've had the opportunity to meet him on several occasions, he wanted the most approachable down, like he gets it. He just understands the magnitude of all this, and he really took that shit like a G. Like, hey, he probably right. I had injuries to my teammates. I like the way he handled it. He didn't say what.
She was 100% trying to get a sound bite from that guy for that
shit. Yes, bro.
And that was not. That's a great example, because if you listen, she was trying to get that sound bite. She was trying to get that headline. She was trying to get that headline.
Yes.
And if you look at that situation to how the person asked KD, it's totally different. Totally different. That person wasn't trying to get no soundbite from KD, just trying to be like, hey, we in Oakland, we the Oakland media. What's going on with your impending free agency? What you were just talking about previous weeks ago. You just was talking about it. Yeah, she was 100% trying to get that headline. She was about to make that career.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know, man. I felt like people blew this up. I think it was much to do about nothing.
Now, let me ask you this. And I keep saying I'm going to leave Kevin alone. I keep saying I'm going to leave Kevin alone, but maybe I'm not going to leave Kevin alone. Reporter come up to Kevin Durant and be like, you heard what so-and-so said? You heard what T-Mac said? T-Mac said, you ain't going to never do nothing playing like that. Man, watch Kevin show his ass. Watch Kevin show his ass. Kevin not gonna
say it'd be rude to T-Mac some shit like, oh, what T-Mac ever win? He ain't never win nothing.
T-Mac can't tell me. Yeah, not just use T-Mac. T-Mac probably a bad example, but you can use Jordan. Hey, Jordan said, you not gonna win until, man, Jordan can't tell me shit, man. Jordan. Yeah, watch. Anyway, LaParis, let's talk football. Beautiful. You wanna do that?
Let's get it.
Football's so trash, I almost forgot that was a sport. Let's talk football, man. Apparently, allegedly, it was a Super Bowl last week. I didn't know. But people tell me.
I think you tuned in, bro.
No, sir. Let me tell you something. I watched like 2 drives, and I was out. I have a tweet where you can see I was on my video game during the second quarter of that game, and I never went back.
That tweet was to me because you was like, that ain't P.I.? And I put the look in there. I was like, wait a minute, he watching the game?
That was one of the possessions I watched, LaParis. Don't bully me. I just want to show up and do my job,
bro. I was talking about pass interference. But go ahead.
I just want to show up and do my job.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to you about my tweet.
Bet.
But they said it was Super Bowl, and they said it was one of the lowest watched Super Bowls of the past few years.
And it was still a ton of people watching. It was. And it was still billions of people watching. Go ahead.
There was no damn billion. It was like 280,000.
Go ahead, Spade.
280,000 households in the entire world.
Stop it.
Don't quote me on that number, y'all. I'm joking. Somebody will tweet me and be like, Spade, you don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, man, long story short, it was a trash-ass Super Bowl, and did you enjoy it? The end.
Spade, come on, bro. Listen, Spade don't want to talk about the Super Bowl, but, bro, I want to know what in the hell was up with Todd Gurley, bro. What was up with Todd Gurley? And not just the Super Bowl.
Carries.
Not just the Super Bowl.
Anybody else on his team.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Todd Gurley, something is up, bro. I don't know what the hell was going on with the Rams and their offense and all. You can't tell me that all of a sudden in this Super Bowl that New England got this stout defense. What? They've been getting thrashed all year.
Yeah, it looked like they figured it out.
Come on, man. I don't know, man. I don't want to say shenanigans, but something was definitely up. I don't know what the hell was up with Sean McVay. He was like, "Oh, I definitely got out coached." One thing I do know is Bill Belichick to me is he's a guru of a coach, and not just defensive coach. I'm talking about he get it. He pick out where the exploits in your team, where the holes are, and I ain't just talking about offensively, defensively as well. Like if you got, bruh, it pissed me off. I felt like the Rams had so many opportunities to take control of this game. Goff looked like a deer in headlights. I didn't feel like it was any adjustments by the Rams coaching staff on defensively or offensively. I don't know what the hell was going on with the Rams. Maybe they was overwhelmed by the moment. I know they're a younger team. I don't know, man. I just didn't like. They was calling plays that I didn't like, and I know that. Who cares if you like them, LeParis? But I mean, I watched a lot of their games, and it just did not seem like Rams offense to me. It didn't seem like the Rams offense to me. But go ahead, Spade.
I don't feel like you can say they didn't make any adjustments offensively or defensively because they held New England to 3 points into the fourth quarter. So the defense was there. I'm going to tell you something I like about Sean McVay. He reminded me a little bit of me in that he took all the blame to keep some of the heat off of Goff. I'm looking at Goff numbers like, 19 or 38? 13 QBR? A 57.9 rating? No TDs and a pick? I'm looking at Goff like, I feel like Goff let him down right here, man. I mean, Cooks went off 8 for 120. Couldn't get in the end zone with it. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I want to specifically talk about one series. It was the series the Rams was going in. They threw a deep pass to Cooks, and Gilmore kind of armbarred him, like pass interference on him. And I think that was first down. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. If I remember correctly, that was either first or second down. And the crazy thing is, typical Belichick said, "Oh, nah, we can't let them get that much time back there in that pocket." Sent the safety screaming through, and Goff just threw it up for grabs, and it got picked off by Gilmore. And it's crazy because I was like, why would you force it right there? It didn't work that time. Let's come back with something safe. Let's keep the chains moving. And I felt like they forced it. I didn't like what I was seeing from the Rams, man, at all. And for that reason, that's the reason that Brady was able to get his 6th Super Bowl, bro. Is Brady the GOAT, Spade? Spade.
I'm not.
Is
That's
Brady
not a
the GOAT,
serious
bro?
question.
Is Brady the
Go to
GOAT?
what?
The
Go to
greatest of all
what? Check
time.
downs?
The greatest quarterback of all time.
Stop
I ain't gonna say
it.
greatest football player because to me that's Lawrence Taylor. But go ahead. The greatest is
Stop it.
is he the greatest quarterback of all time?
No. Is he to you?
Nah, I still got Joe Montana. You want to know something? I
Joe
read.
Montana?
Yeah, Joe Montana.
You got Joe Montana over Dan Marino?
Bro, you keep talking this Dan Marino shit. Yes, I have Joe Montana over Dan Marino. Yes. You know Joe Montana has never thrown an interception in the Super Bowl, bro. Never. He been in 5 of them hoes.
Bro, Dan Marino ain't never threw one in the Super Bowl.
Has he ever been to a Super Bowl?
Bro, don't come for my dude, man.
I'm just asking.
Bro, don't come for my dude.
I'm just asking, bro. Okay, so you don't have Brady as the GOAT. That's fine. That's fine. I mean,
Dan Marino just wish he could damn throw it into the flats all his life. That's what he told me to tell you. He said he wish he could throw it into the flats.
And you talking about you want to talk about I want to talk about adjustments. That's what I'm talking about, Spade. They didn't make any adjustments. They was dinking and dunking that ass to sleep. The Rams been.
But dog, that's what the Patriots do. You can't make adjustments for it. Hey, I said this on the show last week. Their offense is so basic. They send them to the line with 2 plays. They're going to come out. Oh, shit. Everybody up close? I bet. Give me a pick play, a drag route, and somebody in the flats. And Brady's smart enough that he's just going to throw it to the right one. Oh, you want to back up, play some pass coverage? Hey, Sonny Michel, take this HB dive up the damn A-gap for 5. I mean, how you going to stop that? How you going to stop that?
Okay,
it's trash.
Okay, Spade.
It's trash. I'm not impressed. When I look at the Patriots play football, I'm not impressed.
Boy,
I'm not.
You mad about the Patriots, boy.
I'm not impressed.
I mean, you just know that there's no hope for the Dolphins coming up in any of these next seasons. Brady talking about
talking about we might take Lil Kyler. They saying we might take Lil Kyler. Don't worry about us.
Bro, Brady out here telling you he going to play to like 45, 46 years old. Y'all doomed for like the next 4 years.
We split with them anyway. We split with them when we bad. So I don't even know.
Yeah, but y'all lose to everybody else. So when y'all going 4-12.
Bro, y'all gonna win a playoff game? Why you keep talking about
we won a playoff game this year, bro. What's your next? What's next? You won a playoff game this year. What's next?
Oh, yeah. Somebody missed a field goal or something, right?
Bro, we won a playoff game this year. See, that's y'all thing. Y'all ain't never win a playoff game in all these years. Then we win a playoff game. Then they're going to be like, when y'all going to win the Super Bowl? It's never good enough for the Super Bowl. Then we win the Super Bowl, y'all going to be like, when y'all going back to back again? That's what y'all going to do. It's never good enough. But go ahead, Spade. We can move. You ready to move on?
Joe Montana played against Dan Marino in the Super Bowl. Dan Marino threw 2 interceptions.
Bro, you ain't got to tell me. I know. Joe Montana never do none in the Super Bowl. None. He been in 5 of them hoes. Let's move on. Let's go to a pick 'em game.
Rice done came out and told the whole world he was using Stickum. Shit. Just throw it to the guy with the Stickum on his hand, right?
So you think O.J. McDuffie and them boys for the Dolphins ain't had Stickum?
Man, O.J. McDuffie ain't even know Stickum was a thing. Shit. I don't know no guilty O.J.'s. You want to believe my name O.J. was guilty?
Oh my God.
What you talking about?
Let's move on.
O.J. McDuffie.
I got a good pick'em game for us this week. The pick'em game this week is gonna be the he said he don't know no guilty OJs. Come on, man. The pick'em game this week is gonna be
OJ. You innocent to me.
It's gonna be Portland Trailblazers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Spade. Who do you have and why?
Who at home, sir? Who at home, sir?
Is pick'em game Blazers versus Thunder. Who do you have and why? Spade. Thunder home.
Thunder home?
Yes, Thunder is home.
Who the Blazers just get?
Rodney Hood.
Oh yeah, give me the Thunder. Ain't nobody.
I'm gonna go with the Thunder too, man. I think they figured it out. They done kind of Westbrook been getting these Jason Kidd trip dubs like these 15, 13s, and 12s, and he letting Paul George eat, man. And I think he see Paul George is the #1 option out here, and it's been working out. Paul George been going bananas But now in the playoffs, Westbrook gonna have to take over. But Paul George has been going bananas in this regular season. So give me the Thunder as well.
Bro, I just want to take this moment to say I'd take 1984 Dan the Man Marino over any quarterback you can name. He was phenomenal in 1984. Woo!
Space
wow.
Still on his Dan Marino stuff.
Oh, he was amazing. Wow.
Whenever you ready.
Well, they don't make him like that no more.
I mean,
they don't make him like you, Dan.
Patrick Mahomes just threw for 50 of them hoes. What you mean?
Man, if you don't get Pat Mahomes, what Pat do? What Pat do in the postseason, bro? What'd he do? How them no-look passes go for him in the postseason?
You know, the Chiefs told Patrick Mahomes not to play basketball no more too, Spade. Like they was on his ass.
Yeah.
About that shit.
He said he can only play on the video game now. Yeah. I guess we'll bring this show home, man. Listen, I want my listeners to do something.
No, don't tell them to go look up nothing
phone.
with no Dan Marino, bro.
I want to talk to the viewers and listeners of the show without your interruption. I just want to do my job.
Don't do it, y'all.
I just want to do my job. Hey, man, do your Googles. Look up Dan the Man Marino. And understand that the NFL was an entirely different beast back in 1984.
Oh, boy.
When this man was a kid, when all he had was peach fuzz on his top lip. Look what he did to the league, man. That's greatness. You want to see greatness? Go look up Dan Marino stats. Let's get to the last segment of the show today, folks. We call this segment the Strong Arm Performer of the Week.
Go ahead. Never mind.
I just want to do my job, LaParis.
Go ahead.
Can I just do my job? I feel like Kevin Durant. Golly, the media. All y'all do is twist my words and won't let me do my job. You are the media, bro. You know that?
Go, Spade.
Last segment of today's show, we call this segment the Strong Arm Performer of the Week. It is a very prestigious award that we give away. We actually give 2 of these joints away weekly to male or female athlete who raised his or her level of play to ensure their team got the victory. If you're new to the show, I'm very good at this segment. I give it out. It's a wide variety. You never know who's gonna get it. LaParis, try to give it to somebody from Newark, or New Jersey, or a Bull, or a Cowboy. And a lot of times when he give it out, everybody be like, what? What? He's not very good at it. You don't believe me? Watch. LaParis, who's your Strong Arm Performer of the Week and why?
My honorable mention is going to be Laurie Markkinen, who went bananas, 31-18. But
Laurie Markkinen.
He ate. But my Strong Arm Performer this week goes to a guy that kind of went back to where it all started and made him pay. And I'm talking about Rajon Rondo. To the tune of 17 points, shot 6-11 from the field, 3 or 4 from 3, had 10 dimes, 7 rebounds, and hit the game winner, his first game winner ever in the NBA, in a 129-128 win over the Celtics. The Lakers was able to pull it out because Rondo was able to make something happen, keep his head on the swivel, and recognize what was going on the court. And for that, Rajon Rondo, you are my Strong Arm Performer of the Week. Rondo. It was a great game, too.
No.
It was a great game.
Is he from New Jersey?
Rondo? Nah, he ain't from Jersey.
Okay. I like that. That was pretty good. I got to ask you a question randomly. Let me strong arm something in there because this came up at work. No. This is around your Strong Arm Performer of the Week. Somebody was telling me this is proof right here that if you got a healthy Rondo and a healthy Lonzo should come off the bench. So I'm just asking you, if you was the coach of that team, who would you start at the one if both of those guys was healthy?
Listen, I love Rondo. But I feel like you gotta eventually see what the hell you want to get from Lonzo. I would start Lonzo. I feel like you can still get these numbers from Rondo coming off the bench because he's that exceptional. Like in the playoffs, Rondo always raised his level of play. So I feel like you start Lonzo, see what he has, and Rondo can come off the bench. That's how I feel.
See, when you not being a member of the media, that's how I know we brothers. Because I said the same thing. I said, I'm starting Lonzo. That don't mean I ain't giving Rondo starting minutes if need be. We're going to get Rondo on that court. Playoff Rondo is a thing. But
that's the thing.
You don't draft the guy as high as you drafted Lonzo to say come off the bench. Like you don't do that. So yeah, I'm
I agree.
Lonzo. That's pretty good, man. For mine, let's bring it on down here where I dwell. Let's come on down to Orlando. Bro,
ain't nothing happening in Orlando, bro.
Something happened in Orlando, buddy. Hey, let me tell you something, buddy. Something happened in Orlando. The Minnesota Timberwolves came to town, bro.
They trash.
And you know, Cat said, give me 27 of them things. Wiggins said, give me 23 of them things. And hell, Sark said, give me 17 of them things. But you know who went ham? Terrence Ross, bro. I ain't seen Terrence play like this since he was tonguing down Amber Rose. Matter of fact, you keep playing like this, Amber coming back. Amber about to hit your line tomorrow. Terrence Ross played 31 minutes off the bench and scored 32 points. The man had more points than minutes played. He shot 6 of 13 from beyond the arc. He had 5 boards. He had a dime, but he was a +8 on the floor with those 32 points. And for that performance, T. Ross, you are my strong arm performer of the week.
I like Ross, man. Ross been hooping this shit, man. You know,
I like T. Ross, bro. Do you remember when he first went down there, man? You was like, oh, that's a good pickup for Orlando. Yeah. Everybody was like, what?
Yeah.
I like T. Ross, bro.
Ross been hooping this shit, man. Vooch and Big been hooping too. That's why he an all-star. That dude the
Vooch. All-star Vooch.
But before I close the show, you got anything else to add?
Yes. I want all the viewers and listeners of the show to Google.
It better not be about no Dan Marino, bro.
Bro, I just want them to see. Just Google. Alright, I meet you halfway. Just Google 1984 Dan Marino, and you stop right there. Go ahead, LePairs. That's all.
Jesus.
I just like to share.
Listen, man. I want to thank you guys. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to Strong Arm Sports. Listen, man, we can't do this show without you guys. We want you guys to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below about every topic that we talked about. If you new here, bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular here, hit the like button and take 2 seconds. It's also a little bell up there. You can click that bell and send notifications to your mobile device to let you know that a new episode has been uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you don't want to see 2 dudes arguing in a box, it's okay. We got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, ऊPodOmatic, iTunes, Spotify. We are everywhere. There's no reason why you guys should ever miss a show. We want to thank you guys for your continued support. We'll see you guys next episode. We out. Peace.